Welcome back to another tips and tricks, and today I'm going to talk to you about Lucky Craft Topwater Lures. Lucky Craft has a huge variety of different topwater lures, from like the Gunfish to the Sammy, which is the old standby, to the new T-Splash with the spinner on the back, the G-Splash, the Kelly J, it's a double-ended prop bait, to the Splashtail, another double-ended prop bait, and the Waketale, which is a single prop bait. And then we can get into the Lucky Craft series wake baits. All these baits work excellent for topwater fishing. They all have different actions, and that's what I'm going to show you today, is a little bit about the different actions of these baits and how they work in the water to pick out the right bait for the way the fish want it. Not every fish wants the same style topwater every day, and that's why Lucky Craft has so many different varieties to pick and choose to find the exact topwater bait to make you successful. Some days they want a lot of splash, some days they don't. Some days they want that walk the dog action. Some days they wanted a little more finesse type, and I'm going to try to show you a few ways to work these Lucky Craft topwater baits to make you more successful and to help you decide and choose which ones to get for your boat. This is the Lucky Craft LC series wake bait. A wake bait can be thrown several different ways. You can reel it where it's just on top of the water like a swim bait. You can crank it a little faster and get it down just a little bit deeper. But the thing is, it's an excellent bait when those fish are really active and on the surface. You can see that tail waggling action that really drives fish crazy. This is the Splashtail. It's got a double rotating prop, one on the nose and one on the tail. This bait has really won me over because there's a lot of times right after the spawn, these fish come in and they really like that disturbance, that spit and pause action. And this bait here really mimics those bait fish and really makes those post-spawn fish fire up. Let's check it out in the water and see how great the action is on it. You can work it aggressively. That gurgling sound that just drives fish crazy. Or you can work it real smooth and soft. Look how those props really spin. This bait is so perfectly built, just like all the Lucky Crafts. There's a big difference in why Lucky Crafts are one of the best values in the market, and it's because of the quality of the components. I mean, you got great hooks, you got great bait, great design. There's nothing built like them. See that great spitting action? Next bait in my prop bait arsenal is the Waketale. This is a single spinner on the back. One thing about this bait is it really sets up in the water. Notice how it sits the nose up in the water and the tail action behind it. If we look here, look at that bait. It's almost sitting straight up in the water with the tail action down. What that allows you to do is when you pop that bait, that nose pops down, kind of splashing the water a little bit. The prop comes up, gives off a little bit of churgle and bubbles, and really just a unique action that's not seen in a lot of buzz bait or prop style baits out on the market. It's something to give you the competitive advantage. You can pop that bait, you can take that bait, pop, pause, pop and pause. With that bait in that upright position, that fish is going to come in there and he's going to get a mouthful of those sharp Lucky Craft hooks on there. DJ topwater bait. Dual props, very resemblance of the size of bait fish, brim, got a feather tail on it. Excellent bait to fish around structure, docks, standing timber. This bait has got the same prop action. really where it really spits, gets with it, and really entices those fish to bite. Another deadly tool right on that post-spawn period, or even when them fish are not as aggressive. They want something to pop and pause type presentation. Not all the time. Sometimes you have to just figure out the right cadence on these fish, what they really want. One of the my next favorite is the new T-Splash. This little bait with the double feather trebles and the little prop and the spit and chugging action of that bill really makes it an excellent bait for those when the bait fish are small and those fish are really starting to chase fry. It's got a unique action that really just drives those fish crazy. It's got so much going on with the spitting and the chugging and that prop. You can pop it and make it chug. You can use it as a popper. It's a very versatile bait. An excellent one to add to your arsenal. Great in that early post-spawn period when those bait fish are smaller. The bass are chasing fry, trying to keep them brim away from it. This one is in that ghost chartreuse shad. Excellent choice. Next bait is our G Splash with our nice popping nose, feathered trebles. This is in the Aurora black color, and this is an excellent popping bait. But if you notice, it's not just a popping bait, it's got a walk the dog action to it too. That you can pop it and finesse those bass, put it in the strike zone longer where those fish are so you can make them bite. Fish are just like humans, they don't like anybody in their territory. And that walk the dog action with that popping and spitting makes the G Splash a very versatile topwater popping bait. Next bait is one of my all-time favorites. This is called the Gunfish. The Gunfish is a big popping bait, walk the dog action with a little bit of spit on the from the lip here. Excellent bait for when those big fish are schooling, like the blue-black herring spawns, big shad spawns, that type of stuff. The Gunfish is a really good performer in all those situations. This is in the Pro Blue model, but it's got a walk the dog action with a lot of spit, a lot of noise, really wide action to make those fish really come and draw themselves to that bait. You can see that good wide wobble action, a lot of spit, sputter, and everything to make those fish really jump on and get attracted to that bait and get it in their mouths and make themselves hungry. When people think of Lucky Craft topwaters, you cannot leave out the Sammy. The Sammy has so many different sizes. The walk the dog action and the ease of walking this bait across the water is one of the things that has really made this bait a winner in its class. Every tackle box should have at least one Sammy, if not a bunch more. Check out how easy it is to walk this bait. You can cast them a mile. See that walking the dog action? That it's very quiet, subtle, just drives them fish crazy. Wide walking action, you can work it fast, or if them fish are a little finicky, slow the thing down. Just jerk, real slow jerks and pauses, and it'll drive them fish, or it'll make them bite.